Welcome back to this Jack. Y'all know who I am. Ugh. Ugh. I just haven't got my body warmed up and doing stuff yet, so I'm a little. Anyway, yeah, we are doing Batman Arkham Origins. Finally, it's been like 2 weeks since I said I was going to do it. Things keep happening, so or more, because I went into my coma, and then Monday I had to call off for some reason. Oh yeah, family drama. That's what it was. Um, there's still drama going on with that. What I was talking about, but that's not the point of this stream. There is some things I'm going to talk about. We're just going to get them out of the way now while no one's here listening. Um, One, Pee Wee Herman died, which is whatever. I don't really care. I just don't care. He's not a person I was really entertained by, so. Sorry, somebody posted something that distracted me. Um, anyway, so yeah, Pee Wee Herman died. It's whatever. I don't particularly. Why am I getting these messages? I don't care about this. Are they trying to get me to follow them back? Whatever. So the new thread thing is I'm just getting alerts because I haven't muted them yet. And it's like, oh, this person followed you. Like, okay, you're like one of 30 now. Congratulations. Anyway, not important. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Anyway, so yeah, he died. I never really cared. Because about the time I would have been like watching his show is when he got like I saw his movie. I saw a couple of movies of his, which I did enjoy them. Like Pee Wee Herman. What was it? Where he loses his bike. I can't remember which one that is, but he loses his bike, and then because that one stands out in my memory because of the motorcycle scene where he's like doing the dance, which was really cool, and then the one trucker lady, which scared the crap out of him. It scared me at the time too. But yeah, I never watched like his Funhouse stuff because about the time that I was good, I would have been watching his shows and stuff. Like one, they weren't on the air anymore, and two, it was about the time he got in trouble at a theater. It goes on story. He decided to pleasure himself in the theater. So you don't know that story. And then quickly flipping over to political stuff. Dumb stuff's happening, just left and right. Um, a bridge version is Trump's getting indicted a lot more because he's an idiot who won't stop committing crimes. I need on my soundboard a button that just says, "Quit committing crimes, asshole!" You know, from Liar Liar. Um, and he comes up with some of the dumbest offenses, like no joke, some of the dumbest offenses. Um, so there's that. Um, Sorry, I just had an idea. Um, yeah, that sums it up. There's a lot more. Like Ron DeSantis, who's not going to win the election. Like his poll numbers, he's the only candidate we've ever seen who announces they're running for office and their poll numbers drop. How do you do that? But anyway, he says that when he wins, which he won't, he's going to pardon Trump. Why? First off, the funny thing is to accept a pardon means you admit you did the crime. That's funny. So if he accepts the pardon, he goes, "Yep, I did it. I committed the crime." But he won't admit it. Like he'll be like, "I may have accepted the pardon, but I didn't actually do it. I just did it. I just accepted." And if he gets in office, he'll pardon himself. So either way, he'll be effectively just admitting to the crime. If not, he'll. And the worst part is like we say all this and we're acting like he's going to be wearing an orange jumpsuit in jail. No, that's never going to happen. Like even if he is 100% committed, gets max penalty, he'll just get house arrest. There's no way they would put a billionaire, first off, just a billionaire, and then a former president in jail. No, he'll just get house arrest. He'll be stuck in Mar-a-Lago, something he does anyway. With the exception he's allowed to go out to his golf course. Ooh. He's not going to get any other crime. Like, for frick's sake, you had Jeffrey Epstein. He got in trouble for what he did with sex trafficking and stuff, and he got house arrest in Florida, and he was barely house arrested at that. He could go all like he was house arrested in that he can go anywhere he wanted in Florida as long as he didn't leave Florida. Well, with the exception if he told the judge in advance, then he could go somewhere else. Rich people don't get the same crime punishments we do. Like for one, if I had illegal documents, there would have been no. We're here to investigate whether or not you stole these documents. We'll be here, but we'll just be a minute. No, there'll be none of that. Then like kick open the door, throw me in handcuffs, drag me in, and then investigate for the documents. I would have been in jail until they either found them and retrieved them, and then until my trial. I would have never left until I was found guilty and then carried away. And then I carried out the sentence, which would have been life in prison for some reason, or 20 years or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know the actual time. But I'm a normal person, therefore I would have gotten that. He stole beyond top secret. Like, so for those who don't know, you have, this is what you would normally know. You have unclassified, which is stuff you can find on the internet. You have classified, which means it's dangerous for people to have, but pretty much anyone who has a basic classification can see it. Usually with a need to know basis, though. Then you have top secret, which means you have to have a need to know and a top secret clearance. Then you have top secret SCI, which is secret compartment information, meaning even if you have a need to know, you cannot just go get it. You have to go into a closet, effectively, because that's what it feels like. It's a SCIF, secret compartment information facility. You go in there, it's supposed to be radio wave proof, so you can't call out of it. You're not supposed to get signals in and out, none of that. And you have to take your phone out. You can't have any recording devices, nothing. You go in there, you can read, look at the documents as much as you want, but when you go to leave, you have to leave the documents behind. You cannot take pictures, you cannot keep copies of it, none of it. It stays there. If I went in there with a D&D book, that D&D book just became top secret SCI. It is not allowed to leave, because on the off chance I wrote anything down in it. You cannot go in there with a notebook and come out with that notebook. It ain't happening. That's what you're supposed to do. He left with not only SCIF stuff, but stuff that is classified above that, which has like these weird terms, which I don't know them because I wasn't that high in clearance. But it's like even knowing the name of the classification is on a need to know. And he had that stuff. Yeah, he's not going to jail for that because that's not how they do things. Sorry, my ear is really itching. I got like a dry spot right there on the edge of my ear, and it's bothering. Sorry, I know some of y'all don't like it when I go on these political rants, but it's like one of the things I majorly follow. And you'll see me scratching my head a lot. Like I've got really bad dandruff right now. Like in the back of my head, it's like really bothering me. So you'll see that too. All right, I think I've stalled long enough. I think I'll go ahead and get the Batman. Yeah, I've been playing this quite a bit. Let's see here. I'm up to 76 hours. Batman Arkham Org. Let's go. Online? Why would you play online?
Oh shit. Here we go again.
I don't know why, but I feel like that should be like the start of a music soundtrack. Oh shit, here we go again. And then you go into the funk walk. I might be able to set something like that up. Like if I had to, if it was for Gothic's camera. Oh wait, no, because Gothic's character doesn't have working arms and legs. I would 100% do that, just to, like get a green screen of her character doing a walk, and then I'd get my big sister, who's probably also going to turn into a VTuber for a bit. She'll eventually do a camera reveal. She's going to be joining me for podcast stuff. I'll probably like when we're doing podcast stuff, I'll probably have set it up to like her voice waves because she doesn't have a working computer right now, so she's just talking from her phone. But anyway, I'm completely off topic. This is what I was trying to do on hard mode. I'm not playing the game in hard mode for you guys. Like I want to, but I'm not. New game, normal. So freaking loud. This is gonna be the hard part. Is I'm gonna be playing with a PlayStation controller. Hey, cool Walker. So, right, hang on. I can't pull up the menu. God damn. This is so freaking loud. Hang on, I'm turning down my speaker. God damn, that was loud. I'm gonna turn it down some more. I need to get a mixer. Like a full-on mixer. Like I have it on there. And I technically have the Streamwave thing, but I need a full-on mixer. Been here for the whole rant. You got any thoughts on the rant? By the way, so at this point in Arkham, the Arkham series, Batman has not really filled out his Bruce Wayne persona very well. I do. I'm gonna turn it off because this game's got plenty of music.
Communication is down. Possible to 11.
Delta 6-4 en route. Dispatch 5-9. Confirm code 10. This is a breakout.
Suspect identified as Black Mask. Repeat, code 10 suspect is Black Mask. Commissioner Loeb is being held captive. Repeat, Commissioner Loeb is 701.
Gotta have the dramatic suit up sequence. Like, one thing I like, if they do this after I say this, I'm gonna be so pissed. The one thing I am happy about with Batman movies is they've yet to do the Iron Man digitized suit up sequence.
You do realize it is Christmas Eve, sir.
I do like how we got into this Batwing there, because like, all right, I'm gonna pause as soon as I can and adjust the music. Now I'll just turn down my speaker some more. That's fine. Here's another rant I know you'll have an opinion on, but I gotta pause for this one because I gotta get this one now out of my system. I'm gonna put on the music again because if you want Batman Beyond vibes, we're doing Batman Beyond vibes. All right, I gotta rant about this real fast. Hopefully that doesn't crash the game. So I'm pulling up some images for this. Here we go. So this is starting to irk me. So when they were doing like the original Iron Man stuff, like this one's a bit better. Like during this scene where he's like about to do the snap, he is wearing a chest piece at least. But something that bothers the hell out of me is that's fine. We're gonna stick. I know we're gonna leave. I just turned the music back on. I might even turn it up. But anyway, something that eternally bothers me is how much green screen is being used these days. You need a lot more physical props, in my opinion. Yes, I do know it can, and I of course draw the line where doing the effect would put people in danger. I do understand if you want to limit that. But like when you did the original ones, he was wearing almost a full suit almost the whole time. I'll pull up those pictures. But in this one, he's got at least the chest piece, and a lot of other scenes, he's not even wearing that. He's just wearing effectively a green suit. Because like, yeah, here's Iron Man 3, where you see him being bolted into almost a full suit to limit his movements and stuff, so it looks more realistic. But in this one, he's got just a chest piece, and like, I feel it robs us of a lot of the movie. Hang on, let's behind the scenes in Iron Man. I just gotta delete the end game. Yeah, so it's like saying here's Iron Man 3, him getting bolted in. Here's Iron Man 2 with like how they're just doing the background. Mind you, that's not even a suit scene, but that's whatever. That's an end game again. Let's see. Hang on, Iron Man 1. Here's a good example. I'm not going to pull up the full video. This is a scene in Iron Man 1 where he's wearing the original suit. It's a full fucking suit. So the movements feel real. They feel lifelike. And nowadays, most of the time you're getting this. Mind you, I think that was actually the mocap for the big suit, but whatever. Fuck off. No, because that's the original. It was, yeah, and then they moved over. Okay, anyway. But I don't like it. I really don't like it that so much of the industry is moving away from physical effects to using all CGI. Now, once again, I am perfectly fine if like you're firing a firearm and the gun firing off is a sound effect with a green screen and added smoke and all that stuff. I'm fine with that. I'm actually very fine with that. Even if you want to add the blood splurts as visual effects, I'm fine with that because even squibs are actually insanely dangerous. We just take them for granted. I don't care. My issue is when you're doing scenes that are not dangerous in any way. They're just too expensive to get it right. Like, one of the best movies when it came to visual effects in the last 2 decades, because it's that old now, is Jurassic Park. Actually, I think it's even older than that. 3 decades now, because it came out in like 1990s. Jurassic Park, yes, had some CGI, but CGI was very limited because limited technology at the time, and it had so much visual effects in it that even to this day you look at it and you wonder how much of this was real. Who sold their soul to make this movie? I honestly feel when you do these kind of movies, you need to have somebody like, let's say we're doing a Ninja Turtle movie. You need somebody who's roughly wearing the Ninja Turtle outfit, and you can have it be low res, we'll call it. And then you go back over it with the higher res detail to put on that polish. I really feel that CGI and animation needs to be the polish on something, not the fundamental. All right, rant over. And we're gonna turn. And we're gonna turn up the music. I don't have a switch on my keyboard for that, so. If it gets over the game, let me know and I'll adjust that. Hold right trigger to crouch. There we go. Okay. I gotta translate everything in my head to PlayStation controls. I am curious what your thoughts on this, Cool Walker, because you are somebody who is a cinephile. Not a cinephile, but you are a person who understands like the behind the scenes of movie crafting and stuff. Sorry, I was pulling up my my phone because I have my phone projected on my computer. Which one? I've had 3 rants so far, but the rant was about the usage of CGI instead of practical effects. I'm gonna leave the music on. Like, if Trickster shows up because he's the one who requested the game, says, hey, I'd rather not have the music, then yeah, I'll turn it down. There we go. Finally got the guy. I really would like to see. I was actually gonna put a request in the Discord about it to see if somebody could make a Barbie Girl Oppenheimer World crossover song. Let's see here. I wrote out like the lyric I wanted to start it. It was like, I'm the destroyer of worlds, or something like that. Like, I really think somebody far more talented than me could come up with something. I don't know what you think, versus Mandalorian debate. Because I don't know how much of Mandalorian was CGI. I really don't. I do know that Pedro Pascal was not always in the suit. In fact, he said a majority of the time I wasn't. I don't know if that was true, but that's what he said. Oh, I didn't count it right. I had a random thought. If I end up ever putting the TV behind me, you can see it over there, but if I ever put the TV behind me, I could do the joke I wanted to do with a corkboard. I do eventually want to get a corkboard and a whiteboard. $2060. I do know that they are. There is talks of them doing a remake of that, and actually Naruto's getting a remake. Every time I do the cape, it won't let me. There we go. Hang on, I gotta move that chat because it's like I had since I have my phone being projected on my computer, it's blocking out my regular one. Why am I not seeing Pepe in the chat over here? On this, I'll see him. There it goes. It caught up. I had to remember how to run. I did vibe with the drum OST. But no, like, and when I say they're doing it of Naruto, not Naruto Shippuden, they're doing it of Naruto. Alright, hang on, I'm holding. What do I push next? Oh, there it is. It's... Okay, what do I do? It's prepared. Triangle? Circle. I'm preparing it. Oh, I'm an idiot. I need y'all to know I'm an idiot. Whee! Yeah. Like, I do know there's like one that is I got reincarnated as a vending machine. I know that one's a thing. Which, by the way, I don't know how long I'm streaming today, because I really got to get stuff moved out of my the other apartment I was living in, because my dad's gonna be moving in like this week, Monday of next week. My friends who are staying here are moving out officially, getting their apartment, and I'm gonna hopefully not be involved in that because I don't want to be involved. I think they're hiring movers. And that week is also the last week we have to get all my dad's stuff and my stuff out of that apartment. So my goal is to this week get as much as I can out ahead of time, because I think we are going to hire some movers to help with a lot of the other stuff, like on a Friday or on a Saturday. So both of us are home and awake, so I can stay in here and like help them figure out where to put everything. But yeah, if they do a complete remake, it can be very similar to how they did Dragon Ball Kai, where they got rid of all the filler shit. Like, do we really need Mecha Naruto? we talk about the fact that Batman just broke something off its bolts? Although I'll admit it was probably like... Yeah, I scared him off. You were hiding behind a metal grate. I don't remember all these the controls this early in the game. It just feels so clunky. You don't feel like the Batman. I really want to play the Batman VR game. I actually even own it. The problem is that you need a specific controller for it. You need like the Vive controller, and I'm like, I can't do that. I'd have to go buy the Vive, and I can't afford that. It's like $1,000.
What's all this about? Listen, have I always come through for you? Things have changed. We're starting with a clean slate. What are you talking about?
That speech pattern, if that doesn't tell you who's actually wearing the mask, like spoilers.
Show's over, boys. Too late. Commissioner Loeb is dead. Black Mask has a lot to answer for.
Oh, that was nice. Sorry, I was just focusing on the fight. But yeah. There is actually some upgrades you can get to your VR setup where it does more of a full body tracking, and that would be very interesting. Alright, here comes the fun part when we fight the boss. Which, if you don't know, it's going to be Killer Croc. He's using the fat version too, which is the best part. I do need to get one of those though, because I'm going to be starting to play with my Raspberry Pi again. I really want to get into re-get into programming. The Starbase game has programming in it, and it actually like reminded me that I actually do have fun learning that. I have to learn Python, which is fine. Python's pretty good. But I think like I really want to learn Japanese first, like work on my Japanese first, before I get to like trying to learn another language in the form of coding. But I do feel that both would be very beneficial, because I'd like it if I was streaming like at like 1 in the morning. I could put up the title in Japanese and maybe have a Japanese audience to practice with. That would be really cool. If no other reason, just to watch anime without subtitles and not have to look. Yeah, Python it's a great, very functional language.
I know I caught yours.
Because if I could learn to program the Raspberry Pi, I could probably do a lot of things with it. Oh yeah, I gotta evade his attacks. Damn it, didn't roll out of the way in time. Damn it, I'm still not rolling out of the way in time. You say that, and all I can think of is Naruto. Art is an explosion. Daedra. There, got him. I can't stay and fight each one individually. I have to get out of the way. I got him. No, I've yet to actually watch Cyberpunk Edgerunners. I'm actually watching right now Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3, which is Jujutsu Kaisen 0 because it takes place during Gojo's time, when he was the main protagonist.
I want teeth. I want answers.
He's an alligator. He'll regrow the teeth no matter what.
What assassin?
And like that would kill Killer Croc.
Hold it right there. I'm taking you in.
Not tonight.
They do? I thought they no, it's sharks I'm thinking of that regrow their teeth infinitely. Shut it. That's what I hear in his head. Shut it.
Are you back for the night, sir? Shall I warm up Christmas?
All right, we're gonna figure out what I'm. Sorry. No. There we go. All right. Everybody, I'm gonna need your help figuring out. I'm wanting to do invisible stuff. I want to be the stealth because, like, in every game, I'm usually like I'm gonna beat everybody up, but I would like to be the stealth. So I'm thinking this: the glide boost attack. So I'm sliding in. I can do that. A pow! What do y'all think? Y'all have like 10 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, time's up. Like, that was really not time because of the delay to what I say. Y'all had to type, so. Oh, am I allowed another rant? Am I only allowed so many rants per stream?
Human-shaped crocodile. Told me Black Mask has hired assassins to kill me.
Do I have to walk behind him the whole time? How many rants am I allowed per stream? Because I got another one. This is not about politics. This is actually about content creators. I'd love opinion on this.
Assassins, sir. As in more than one.
That's right.
And you heard this from the mouth of a crocodile.
His name is Killer Croc. He's already behind bars.
Oh,
Okay, that checks out then.
I don't. Let's see what else is on the drone's hard drive.
Each of them gets one of these envelopes. I need them delivered tonight.
They're all hired killers. Best in the business. Black Mask is a
Was he like looking this up on the computer on his way here? Because he didn't know anything, and then all of a sudden he knows all of them.
military, subject of a failed medical experiment.
failed, you say?
Garfield Lynns, aka Firefly, burns on 90% of his body. His obsession
That's
is
it.
going to be his end.
How unlike anyone I know.
Because I'd love opinions on, like...
Face I don't recognize.
Hang on, I'll go into the detail on that.
His reports reference a male, not a female.
14 escapes, huh? Well, you won't.
That's because the character is supposed to be male, but they made a female version, and now there is a female version.
Floyd Lawton, aka Deadshot. Says here he's an expert sharpshooter.
How on earth?
Suspected of many assassinations. Dangerous, but reckless. Street tough named Lester Machinsky. Calls himself Electrocutioner.
This guy's the biggest joke in the game.
Shiva. Her skill is unmatched.
Actually, the person that Batman goes to train him after he had his back broken by Bane. He's considered the she is considered the best martial artist in all of DC. Well, in Batman verse, because technically Karate Kid is the best.
Bane. Here. In Gotham.
I am glad they gave Bane another run in this without the Titan.
Why would he be taking money as a hired killer?
Is that Warden Joseph?
There is a DC character by the name of Karate Kid, which is stupid. He's supposed to be the master of all forms of martial arts, and like has like the whole super chi bullshit going.
Way to find out he was
Not that Karate Kid. I'll do a talk on him in a second.
I'm going to find Black Mask and put an end to this.
So what makes Batman is one of the top martial artists in all of DC. He is one of the top. What makes him so dangerous is his mastery of ninjutsu, detective skills, and his ability to plan ahead. That's what puts him on that level. What puts him above Shiva in a lot of cases is the fact that she will just be a martial artist where he will set traps for her.
It's a better idea to just put yourself in their crosshairs.
There's only one person in Gotham who can get his hands on something like this. The Penguin. He's been tracking Black Mask.
I'd love to be able to build a drone like that. That'd be like one of the things.
Jezebel Plaza. I'll make them talk.
So, no, I actually like how Baki did the concept of why martial artists are so dangerous in the world. Being that, because in their world, like, you could dodge bullets and shit like that. But no, like, the idea is you could detect if a person has a gun, but you can't detect if somebody is a martial arts master or just somebody who's really fit. Anyway, so we're going to start first. I'm going to show you who Karate Kid is. Let's go into talking to mode. All right. Let's do this one. No, we're not. No, not that one. Not Comic Vine. We'll do Fandom. Here it is. This is one version of him. Karate Kid. No, I'll have to do the other one. Hang on. I hate this. Oh, I'm just gonna put. Yeah. Sorry, because unfortunately I don't have a button set up for taking me straight to this scene without that. Anyway, so this is Karate Kid, one version. He's had many versions. But he basically is the greatest martial artist in the known universe. He mastered every known martial arts, including Super Karate, which basically this is like a bullshit thing. His long-term that allows him to hold his own against Superboy. His abilities in martial arts is so great that he's able to emulate super strength on the level of Superboy. He was killed by Nemesis Kid during Eye for an Eye and Return to Life and Lightning Soldier. He was killed again by the whatever virus. His temporary successor Meg was killed by Radiation Boy. Like, he continuously gets revived and killed, but he is considered such a great martial artist that he is obviously far beyond someone like Batman, who is able to beat these people purely because he's able to get plan out and get stuff. But here's the original back in the day. Of course they had a white Karate Kid back in the day. But yeah, no, he was obviously created. He was obviously created during a time when kung fu was a big thing in karate, so they went ahead see back in the 1985. So yeah, you can get the idea. So that's the Karate Kid. So I'm not gonna play the full video because I don't like playing other people's full videos. I'm not even gonna play it. I'm just gonna show you it. I'm just gonna show you what video I'm talking about. So, Some Ordinary Gamer, aka Mutahara, is actually someone I really do like. No, okay. Alright, so Some Ordinary Gamer, Mutahara, is actually somebody I follow a lot. I found him after seeing him work with CoffeeZilla, which I ran into CoffeeZilla because of somebody else, I forget who. But anyway, so XQC got into a lot of grief in the content creator community because what he did was he live streamed himself watching. He's done this with movies and stuff, but he does a lot of Let's Reacts, which are, in my opinion, low effort content. So that's why you don't see me playing his video, because I don't want to react to his stuff. Now, if I had highlights set aside, that'd be another conversation. But we'll get into that part of the conversation here in a second. Why am I getting alerts? Yeah, okay. Oh, Jim's complaining at me that I haven't gone there enough. I work out at home. Anyway, so XQC did a Let's React to somebody's content, which I view Let's Reacts as lazy content. Now, if you're someone who streams like 8-10 hours a day, it's really hard to find content to do for 8-10 hours a day, especially if it's story-based. Because if, say, as Mudahar actually points out in a very good way, if I'm playing a Final Fantasy game, sorry, once again I have an itchy spot in the back of my head, if you're playing a Let's Play of Final Fantasy as part of your stream, somebody drops in, they have no idea what the hell's going on, especially games like Final Fantasy where things get wonky fast. But if you're playing a game like Fortnite, for instance, where there is no real story, you just drop in, oh, this guy's playing Fortnite, I'm going to watch him beat some people up while he talks. Even my Batman game would fall into that category of it's kind of hard to just drop into. So that's why a lot of people will do Let's Reacts, because they're easy. They'll pull up an hour-long video and then just add commentary over it. Now, where the issue comes in at is how much is adding commentary? Because you do have these streamers who put on the thing and then go take a nap or go for a walk. Yeah, probably. Actually, the drama meta would be returning then in that case, because it's been around before. So I'm not a fan of Let's Reacts, in case you hadn't guessed. Now, I also argue, where do you draw the line? Now, let me make this distinction. I'll get to that part in a second. Where is the line of where it is you adding commentary versus you just leeching off their content? So if you're like someone who pauses it every couple of minutes every time somebody makes one, let's say if I pulled up XQCs and every time Mudahara made a point, I paused now and I made counter arguments, or I'm like, no, here's where he's further right or whatever, then that would me adding commentary, and I view that as a proper form of Let's React. That's me basically debating the video. So that's fine. But if you're somebody who puts it on and goes, that's funny, you know, stuff like that, that's not a Let's React. That's not good content. I view that as lazy. Sorry, my head's still really itchy. And then you follow it up with, while we're doing this, I'm gonna add that command to my screen deck. Anyway, you follow that up with, sorry, I'm having, like, my brain's not letting me multitask right now. Let me just do the scene transition. Hang on. Where are you? There it is. Are you not gonna let me? Okay, there we go. So you got to draw the line on how much is you adding commentary to something versus you just leeching off their content. There we go. Now I have a button set. No, I really don't like him. I was ignoring that detail. Yeah, I do not like him. I do not like him. So that might be painting my commentary. So if you're somebody like Hasanabi. Hasanabi's an example. I'm not always a fan of him because he gets annoying fast, but he does a good version of Let's Reacts where he'll like pull up a video and either he has a relationship with the person he's working with, like they come on his show and shit and has gotten permission, or he does a lot of commentary, either adding details and stuff. He pauses them for like good 10 minutes at a time. If it's a 30-minute video, the Let's React to him is usually about an hour because he adds double the length of content and just him talking about it. So he is pretty good about that. Once again, not always a fan of him, but he does a good job in that regard. He provides real commentary on the topic. Now, are there times where he gets up to use the restroom in the middle of the video or get up and like give his dog some attention? Yeah, sure, whatever. But he's still able to hear it because he's not too far away. Like me, if I were to like play something and then walk to the restroom, I can hear, because I use a speaker, I can hear the speaker from my bathroom even if I shut the door. So you have to like, that's a comment right there. You could just, where do you draw the line on commentary? Now, additionally, XQC made a video of him reacting to somebody who made over an hour-long video provided very little commentary. And then additionally, it's somebody who only uploads a video once a year. Their last video had been over a year ago, and he reacted to it, the whole thing. So he's stealing content from a small, small is like that's like a couple million. But a smaller content creator, and it's somebody who doesn't upload a lot of content. So when you go to look up the video, you're going to see XQC stuff first, and that's the other part of the coin. If he had just done a Twitch or Kick, because he's on Kick now, React video to it, just did that, and then maybe released some of the highlights that he had, I'd have less of an issue. Once again, I don't like him, but whatever. I'd have less issue with it. But then he uploads the full React, which has like 10 minutes of extra commentary on YouTube, so it's competing directly with the video. So when you go to search up the video, you're going to see XQC search your video first, because he's hot, he's more popular, he gets a lot more hits by default, because that's how YouTube works. So this guy who uploads not as many videos, and like you can argue because XQC is so big, somebody might go, people would go look up his content and go follow the other guy. That's like 1% of people, if that. Like when you do collab stuff, the stuff doesn't carry over as well. If you want a good example of this, probably the best example would be this. Hang on. Let's see here. And this is going to be me being a dick to these people. I do apologize for that. But the fact that it doesn't bleed over, am I not even following the person I'm looking for? Because I do follow them. Here's one person. Because you could argue these people's career, their whole career was built on collabing with this person. And then, no, I'm just going to do those two. Or just this one like this. Alright. So, here's Markiplier. 35.3 million subscribers. And I would say about 10% of them are like loyal stans. People who worship Markiplier. He effectively has a cult, Unus Honest. But anyway, so he has 35.3 million. He commonly works with his two best friends growing up, Lord Minion 77 and Bob and Wade. Lord Minion 77 and Mushroom. And they both are now content creators. Here's Lord Minion 777. 1.78. I have never seen him with hair. Like, that throws me off. Anyway, 1.78 million versus 35. And that's about 10%, 1%. Like I said, it's 10%. But anyway, less than 10%. I think we need to do the math. We're just going to do 1.78. 1.78 divided by, no, times. 35.3. No, I did it backwards. 8 divided by 35.3. That's 5%. 5%. Oh, I'd love that. I would fucking love that. I would absolutely love that. But no, I feel this is a good example of collabs do help. They do get your name out there. But if I were to collab with, say, Markiplier, he brought me in for a game. We were doing Power Wash Simulator because he does like playing that game. Or any other game that, like, we were doing a Minecraft game with go, whatever. I probably wouldn't even get 0.01% of people to go, oh, hey, I like this guy's content. I like this guy's way of talking. I want to follow his stuff. Because, yes, they may enjoy it when we collab together, but you got to take the extra step of going to that guy's video or his channel. And I've got 3 channels, 4 channels technically. There is a 5th channel, but it's dead and gone. I'm not talking about it. It was my original political channel. But I would absolutely love it if this was taken to court. Because this is kind of bullshit. But yeah, this is, I hate to sound like a dick. I really hate to sound like a dick. But if somebody like Wade is not able to, like, the fact that he's not even at 10 million when he has got 3.9 thousand videos, slightly less than Markiplier comparatively, and does not have anywhere near the same. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and subscribe because I do like his content. I don't know why I wasn't subscribed. I follow him on Twitch. The fact that he is not more subscriber. What do you mean? And he could definitely catch up. He definitely can. He 1,000,000% can catch up to Markiplier. That's because he's good on his own. He makes good content on his own. So does Bob. Bob makes good content on his own. And they're legendary when they're together. But I feel that collabs don't necessarily translate into the followers you think. Like, people are like, yeah, collabs is the meta. You make great content during the collab, but it doesn't bleed over to each other as much as people think. And raids are the same way. That's what annoys me with raids. Oh, I have to raid! It doesn't do shit. Because, say I got raided by XQC. For some fucking reason, even though I just shit-talked them. No one would continue following my content afterwards. Like, none of them would. If they did, it would be 10 people at best. They might toss me a follow. I might get a shit ton of follows, but follows are irrelevant. Subscribers are irrelevant if you are not getting regular returning viewers. Markiplier could release a video of... Actually, let me do that. Hang on. Here's an example. Markiplier, 3.2 million views on him pondering a banana for 5 minutes. It's just, he doesn't say anything the whole time. He's just making weird faces. And what makes it good is the closed caption. These are what fans added in, not him. I don't have to see all the political and anime stuff I pull up. Check my alerts again real fast. I'm getting a new one. Okay. So anyway, that's my rant. I think I'm done ranting. Unless the community's got something they want to say. I'm a little annoyed that Trickster's not here. He's been wanting to see me play this game and he hasn't shown up. I didn't make it even subtle that I was playing. Oh, do I have any of the bat suits active? I want to see. Hang on. Because I probably have, like, the original something. Okay, this one is the Blackest Night Bat. It just looks so weird. Like, I don't like that one. There's the classic one, Long Halloween Batman. And the Soviet Russia one, Red Sun. Yeah, I'm gonna wear wear this one. Do I have it? Do I have it? No, it won't let me change it. Alright, whatever. There's more rants I want to do, but a lot of them are more political in nature. It is more political in nature, and I know you guys don't usually like it when I do political rants. I'll probably come back to that. But it's basically with something that's going on with TYT, the Young Turks, who is like the largest progressive network. A lot of their content creators are leaving, and there's a reason why. Sorry, that was disgusting. Sorry. Sorry. I woke up not too long ago. I woke up at like 2 p.m. I got a question. I would love for the community to answer this, because I don't know. If I were to clip that whole freaking rant, if I were to clip that rant, should it go on this channel or Coffee Over Gaming? I'm really thinking about clipping it and using it. Okay. Not what I meant to do. I keep forgetting what the COVID meta.
The guy that hired us? You pissed him off or something?
Get yourself to safety and call the police. I want to see what's going on here.
Okay, I will.
Oh, okay. That'd be another good one to talk about. But I actually do feel like there is a part of me that feels that this would be better as a coffee over gaming video. I am a little disappointed that my God damn it. My video I dropped today is not doing particularly well, but I've had videos that start really slow but then just explode, so I shouldn't be too concerned. No, that's not me trying to get any of y'all to watch it. That's just me bitching to myself.
I don't think this tower malfunction is from storm damage. I need to set up a crime scene and find out what happened. I should start by identifying the victim. Victim's name is David Shannon. I've got him on
I really hope it doesn't, because my little sister's a VTuber. But I do feel that what really helped the VTuber community, unfortunately, is pervs, for lack of better description. Because like one of the earliest content creator VTubers was Nanners, and she was particularly famous for playing on the anime trope. Like doing the whole Odo stuff.
Nathan swiped with a key card. Someone really didn't want this tower repaired, and it looks like that same someone left a set of fingerprints behind. Alfred, I'm uploading some prints for analysis. Let me know what comes back.
Certainly, sir. Searching now. And here we are. They belong to one John F.
I don't remember her being dragon. I do remember Nanners just looking like a lolly the whole time. I don't know if she had any dragon features. I just remember. Because I actually looked into this. I saw a couple content creators make some really good videos on it. Okay, I can just open it. Nanners? I'll pull her up in a second. I'll actually pull up the video I'm talking about, because it's a really good video. Like, I believe it was done by Turkey Tom. It's been a little bit since I think it was Turkey Tom or Dark Tom. Same person, just different channels.
Card has the codes I need to hack any of the network tower's access panels.
Let's get through this part and then I'll... Let me finish this sequence and then we'll go to that. Because I do like being this kind of content creator where this is the content creator I like to do where it's not true Let's Reacts where I'm like, I gotta talk about or I gotta play people's videos and stuff. But
So,
well, you could argue that's true for all content creators. Because a lot of content creators do have a weird parasocial relationship. And not always a good way. Like Markiplier is actually a good example. He one of his girlfriends had to leave him because his fans were so toxic. Like they were hunting him down. I don't have to hold that anymore. So content creators as a whole have a dangerous parasocial relationship. Like if I ever got to the point where I had like 1,000 people watching the stream, I'm pretty sure I'd have some people that were pretty dangerous. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure at that point it'd be hard for me to connect with a lot of them. Because Markiplier, I was actually watching Power Wash Simulator with Markiplier and Sean, aka Jacksepticeye. And they actually talk about like after your channel grows to a certain point, it becomes almost impossible to like stay connected to them. Yeah, actually, I think I want to say Mudahara once again did a video on that. Actually, by the way, I do recommend y'all follow Some Ordinary Gamer. He's really good. He's got some good content. His presentation. He's really animated, but I feel his presentation is a little dry at times. Mind you, he releases like 2 videos a day because he's just him talking to the camera with some like B-roll thrown over it. So he's able to so like no place to judge because I release 2 videos a week on a good week, and those are a lot more edited. That's because I literally just don't have the topics. Alright, I'm going to use this as a place to stop. Yeah. I'm pretty sure Penguinzo has a video too, because he's pretty good about releasing videos in this topic. Alright, yeah. Let me pull up the Turkey Tom video. I'm not going to play the whole thing. Turkey Tom's another good one to follow because he does a lot of good videos. Nanners is really weird hypocrite. That's his Dark Tom where he's a lot more negative. Nanners Escape from 4chan is another one. She's one of the early ones. Let's see here. Once again, I don't like searching stuff in front of y'all guys. Okay, I can't find the video I originally found, but the Nanners one is pretty the Escape from 4chan is probably a good example. It's a good video. He actually got more views on that than his subscriber numbers. That's impressive. Anyway, don't want it cycling through. Anyway, no, that fits. That tracks. I of course support my little sister and her VTuber stuff. She doesn't want to be on camera, but she wants people to see what she's going through, her reactions. I wish she would have. I really want her to get a better one so that her arm animations are better and her body animations are better, but she can't afford it. So, but no, like, so VTuber and PNG tubers serve a purpose. it allows people who are camera shy in their own way to present themselves on camera. And alternatively, there are some content creators I know who use VTubers only on days where they just can't bring themselves to be in front of the camera, like they are either being particularly camera shy, or they can't put on a good looking face that day, makeup, whatever. Me, I have no fear of being in front of a camera. I could be sick, snot going down my face. I'd probably still get in front of a camera and not care. I do my best to try and look presentable, but whatever. But I do feel that there is a lot of content creators who have some rather toxic groups. You are right. And like Markiplier is a good example, who's a very wholesome content creator in his own right, very loving, caring, all that stuff. And he still has a toxic fan base that chased off one of his girlfriends because they were of jealousy. Thankfully, Amy's really loved by the community and is able to survive just as well. There's actually another good examples of somebody who had actually no, I'm not going to pull him up because I don't want to, but he was another good example of a toxic content creator. He was toxic in his own right. It was his fault he was toxic, not his community, and he turned his stance into toxic. I forget his name right now, but he's the one responsible for the "oh yeah" stupid video. Like, he was just one of the early, like, my goal is to be a troll kind of player. One son. I don't know if that's his name. I can't remember. I'm not gonna pull him up. I don't want to. I do know that he used, like, Leafy is here. That's another one, but he's a toxic person. He actually went after Markiplier, which was dumb. Because Markiplier didn't even respond. It's not like Markiplier is like, oh, I'm better than you and I don't need to respond. It's, I don't care. Leafy's here is an example, though. Is a good example of, and the only reason I know this stuff, a lot of these people, is because of Turkey Tom. I get introduced and I do my own research. Ow! Freaking popped my knee. Ow! I didn't even do that much with it. I just moved it a little bit and it popped. Anyway. That's not who I'm thinking of. I'll go ahead and pull him up. Let's see here. I don't think that's it. Hang on. Alright, hang on. It's not Ubaville. Hang on. There it is. This guy right here. I forget his name. I'm going to pull up the video just so I can look at the description. But I do recommend, once again, looking up Turkey Tom stuff. He does a good breakdown and stuff. Doesn't say his name. Where is his name? Like, somebody in the comments has to say his name at some point. I know it's something Max. Let's see if it says it somewhere. Anyway, like, he was a very dangerous person. Ice Poseidon, Keemstar. Yeah, these are all... Keemstar especially, so Ice Poseidon, okay. Ice Poseidon's big, oh, actually, he's in jail. Ice Poseidon's in jail. I forgot about that. Hang on. Let's pull that up. Hang on. We're going to pull that up. There you go. He's in a Taiwanese jail right now. Like, straight up. Like, let's pull up Dextro. Yeah, he's in jail for that. I'm not going to play the video because I don't want to get in trouble. But no, he's in jail. And he's... Unless he gets extradited, but Ice Poseidon, like, he pushed the limit. Like, he was probably the one who created the meta of IRL streams, like going out and doing stuff, especially during COVID. And he was very open with his community. He's like, I leave my door unlocked, come on in. You know, we can hang out and all that stuff. And people straight up did. And then he also, like, he made the mistake of saying what airplane he was going to be taking to somewhere. And one of his fans called in a bomb threat. So, like, he definitely did some problems. Keemstar. I'm trying to remember what Keemstar did that makes me not like him. Let's see here. I can't remember what he did. I just know that he was somebody that like annoyed the fuck out. Oh well, I can't remember. I don't know the banana guy though. That one I don't know. Let me do the rant that I want to talk about. It's the political one. Once again, I'm sorry. I know some of you all do not like me doing political rants. But this is still technically under the content creator stuff. Alright, so this is Benny Carolla. Trans woman. Used to be a regular content creator on TYT, the Young Turks, which is a... Once again, they referred to themselves as Home as the Progressive because they were the largest progressive content creating network. They helped a lot of other channels grow and build and along those lines. And they were a straight business. They weren't like somebody sitting in front of the camera talking. They were a straight business. And they've done a lot of sus things over the years. One example, I found this one out recently. Once again, I'm not gonna let y'all see me do a YouTube search. Alright, here we go. Here's the example. Hang on, I think this is it. Here we go. So somebody who used to work for them tried to... That's it. That's what it was. Thank you. I couldn't remember what it was. I just remember the name pissed me off. Anyway, so Young Turks, pro-union. Pro-union for everybody else but themselves, apparently, because somebody within his production crew wanted to form a union within as part of the International Alliance of Theatrical Stage. You can read it right there. Right here. And Cenk Uygur flat out destroyed them, fired the person in charge, which is technically against the law, and did all this stuff. And so that is sus as hell for somebody who is like famous as like a leader of progressives who are like, we need stronger unions, we need this, we need that. To fire the person who was trying to form a union within his own company is bullshit. That's and I only found out about that recently. And then you have Benny Carolla's Why I Left TYT. I'm not going to play her video. I do recommend watching it. Hasanabe also does a good React one. But, so, let's roll back a couple months. Anna Kasparian, who's the second biggest host on there. Not the most popular, just the second biggest. Because I would argue John Iadarola is like the second biggest. He's the most popular. Has a very popular show that sometimes beats the main show. Anyway, off topic. But anyway, she started like raising a fuss over terms like birthing person, which really no one used. It was just a made up bullshit thing, and she's like, she just raised this bullshit controversy about it. And it's stuff that she used to make fun of, now she's making a controversy of. So people are like, that's bullshit. Her and Cenk went on a rant that I don't agree with. I don't agree with it. Now, we can have disagreements, but I don't agree with it. They were arguing about trans people in sports. And their arguments were almost all right-wing arguments. Things you would hear like Ben Shapiro say because they have said it. One of the arguments was a trans female would automatically win any weightlifting. They were giving this example because they were naturally more muscular. Because he's like, yeah, the record is this amount, and I can casually lift that, and I don't lift weights. But the problem is, he's talking about somebody who has socially transitioned versus who has hormonally transitioned, physically transitioned. If you are socially transitioned, that means you're just going by a different name and saying, please use these pronouns. That is socially. This would not be someone acceptable to compete in these sports. Because that is the, I just dressed different and I said a different name person that a lot of people say. But for sports, it's usually believed that you would need to have physically transitioned to a certain point, been on an HRT for a year, 2 years, because by then your body would have adjusted its muscle mass to more feminine or masculine properties. But Cenk Uygur and Ana Kasparian were attacking, as they would call trans activists, because their logic was, this is the one thing that Republicans can win on in an argument. Instead of fighting them on anything else, you're fighting them on this. You're an idiot. They were straight up calling them idiots. And this is ignoring a lot of data. For one, that Republicans who run on anti-trans stuff lose elections. By default, lose elections. Ignoring that. Knowing that it's just not an issue anyone cares about on the right. They're like, yeah, I'd rather this not happen, but they're not going to vote against a Democrat because they're just not going to vote for a Democrat because they've been programmed to not vote for a Democrat. Now, that part annoyed me, but I can disagree with people. That's fine. That's something I can disagree with you. I don't like it, but I can disagree. The part that absolutely upsets me is the argument that you don't fight for something because it is not popular. These two have built their fucking careers on saying, you fight for what's right, not what's popular. And they used MLK as an example. He was a pacifist. No! MLK said not to fucking riot and be violent because we'll get killed on the spot. That was his logic. That's what he said. He hated the mealy-mouthed centrist Democrats. I forget the term he used. Centrist liberals is what he used. He hated them more than he hated the straight-up racists, because racists told you where they stood, whereas the centrist liberals didn't want to do a damn thing because it was too difficult. And they quote him saying, oh, he's a pacifist, this is how trans people need to protest. And that's not how he actually even protested. Yes, yes, they did peaceful marches, but there were a few times where they violently protested, which was just more aggressive protesting of standing in front of places. They're protesting in the street is considered a violent protest by some because they were blocking traffic. And so that's why I personally am pissed off at those two. I stopped watching the main show because of it. Because those two have built a career on saying this stuff, and then because it's an issue they don't agree with, because apparently they don't, they start saying, no, we shouldn't fight for this, and then they attack everybody who does. I felt there was another content creator drama that needs to be talked about. I need to do a video about this for, hiccups, for my Coffee Over Politics channel. I'll probably take this whole segment and turn it into a Jack Dalis rants about content creators. Alright, I'm losing my voice because I've been ranting for too long. That, and I also need to do the moving stuff. Anybody got anything they want to add to anything I said? I'm going to drop the Why I Left TYT by Benny Carolla. Hasanabi does a good commentary on it. I would recommend looking up his reaction to it. Because he has a unique perspective for being Cenk Uygur's... go for it. For being Cenk Uygur's nephew. So he has a unique perspective. And someone who used to work with him and he had to leave for various reasons. And for somebody who doesn't mind, being a dick. Close that. Another person who did a really good commentary about the Let's React community is, of all people, his channel's called Mogul Mail. I can't remember his name, but he's really good. What's his name? It's bothering me that I can't remember. But actually, his content's pretty decent. I'm also going to drop his stuff, because he does... let me see if I can just look up his channel. It's one of the ones I follow, so it should... There he is. What's his name? What the fuck is his name? It's bothering me. What's his name? Ludwig. Ludwig is his name. God damn, it's bothering me. This is the video I'm talking about. He makes a good commentary on it because he started his career as a Let's Reactor. As somebody who, let's say, borrowed other people's channels effectively. And you can see on the side my own stream. We'll go to that. But this is a good example right here. I need to start using Firefox for my searches because that one's a clean channel. You won't see any weird pop-ups. But, you know, he does some good commentary on this, too, because he is somebody... And he fully admits it. He even brings it up on stream himself, like, yeah, I'm guilty of this stuff myself. But I feel his commentary, he makes the point of saying specifically, there is a difference between a small streamer doing it to help themselves grow and the largest freaking streamer doing it because they're just too lazy to make their own content. That was his philosophy on the subject. He's the second video. Would recommend watching it. I don't know why you were answering that. I didn't say anything. Actually, I might have to. I'm gonna hide the chat until I see what the offensive joke is, so I don't get in trouble. Let's see. Chat's hidden, so feel free to make the joke whenever. Yeah. I am like, there's a part of me that feels like the only way to grow as a content creator these days is to get involved in these dramas, like commentating on it, bitching about it, whatever. And I don't like that idea. I like the idea of being a wholesome content creator. Like, yeah, I will already made it. I don't see it. It got blocked. So let's no, I don't see it at all. Did you send it through Discord? I don't even see it in Discord. Like, if you sent it, I don't see it. All right, let me open this up. This is a cute picture. Show you all a cute picture. There you go. While we're waiting, we're going to look at a cute picture. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, YouTube blocked it. Can I... Hang on. If I click on you, will it pull up what you've said? No? All right. Let's see here. Nope, that's pulling me to a different thing. Because Twitch is a lot better about it. It would actually... I don't like it that it just straight censors my stuff. I'm gonna check in on my sister, see how she's doing. See if she's even still streaming. She's playing Dark Souls right now. Let's bother her. While I'm waiting to see what this joke was.
Cool, you could do nonsense. Cool, guess what? I killed you.
I don't want to show her chat. I'll just full screen it again. I was gonna say stuff, but I decided
This
not
guy's
to.
an asshole.
Well, I could open a second
Not
one
the
and talk
boss,
to her on the
but
side.
the generic dude in general, the dude that can throw lightning bolts and create lightning balls
Check
of
and do that.
pain. Like, what the fuck?
No, I don't want to collapse it. I wanted to
Back
pop
to
it out.
real quick.
Let's see here. Pop out chat. There we go. There we go.
I wonder, do I have enough to
Sent on
level?
Discord. All right, let's take a look at it. If it's too risky, I'll.
Oh, I do have enough to level. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, hey, hey.
All right, that's rather anti-Semitic, but I'll go ahead and read it.
Oh, wow.
The first country to break the blockade in Ukraine was Israel. They could not help themselves from the money. Like, that's
Okay,
rather
well, we're gonna
anti-Semitic, and I
level
see
up
why it was
stamina
blocked,
because
but
we need
whatever.
to. Wait. Wait, do I have... Come on. No, I don't have any, stuff. Hi, Jack. How goes you? No, don't you fucking leave. You know, no. You can't leave now. You gotta ask the question. You gotta ask a question. I gotta ask you a question.
All right, apparently she's got to ask me a question.
Oh, okay. Well, that's well, then okay then.
All right, what's the question? Hang on, we're gonna find out.
Gotta ask you, how are you doing? How are you faring?
All right, I've harassed my sister enough. Obviously, if you haven't followed her, please do so. No, I still haven't watched that. Like, I'm really behind on my stuff. But anyway, I gotta go. I gotta get my stuff moved over. Like, I've been putting it off. Like, over a month I've been putting it off.